Hello one all, this might be The Promised Neverland, Chapter 168, Dad, which is such an absolutely disturbingly terrifying title, but before that I just want to talk about what an absolute badass Vincent was this chapter. I mean, seriously, even when his location's been discovered, he refuses to leave. He refuses to hide until he's accomplished his duty, until he's completely shut down the demon system, and then he goes to hide. And by that point it's already too late and he's been captured, but that was still probably for the best. Anyway, then Norman, Ray, and Emma bust into Petey's room, and to absolutely no one's surprise, he's not there. What a shocker! The master manipulator managed to manipulate and trap them! I'd have never seen that coming, except it was very obvious that's what he was going to do. And good lord, the look of shock and horror on Norman's face when he hears Petey over the radio. It's truly terrifying. I love it. And even he has to praise Norman just a little bit. Decimated Lambda, annihilated the Queen, and the 5 Regent houses, disintegrated the Imperial rule. You infiltrated Gracefield smoothly too. Pretty impressive for a child raised to be food. Wow. At which point he reveals the footage is fake, and everyone's surrounded by gunmen. Vincent's group, Emma's group, Gillian's group, gunmen all around them. As he says, you lose. The game of tag is over. The system's being restored, all the locks will come undone. The ones you put to sleep instead of killing wake up soon. And at the Imperial capital, Sonja and Musica are about to be executed, which, yeah, that's some pretty traumatic news for Emma right there. She remembers all the wonderful times she had with the two of them. I'm still really hoping they'll make it, but even if they don't, I feel like the 2 orphan kids could restart everything, share their blood with the people, make it so no one is hungry again. I mean, once Emma finds some way somehow to transport all the kids out of there, there's going to be a food shortage, and I'm kind of doubting the new government is evil enough to have the entire world starve, so they're going to accept the evil blood. I also love how they focus on Don Gilda and Aisha when he says the citizens saved by evil blood have already been killed, which particularly heartbreaking for them because, they're the ones that helped save all those demons. They put in all that work, all the effort, like, they felt so good, like, oh, we saved so many people, and then they're like, oh no, they've all been brutally murdered. Again, small hope that those people were actually saved at the last minute somehow, some way, and the head demons were just lied to. And we get good old Petey's true plan. Moving forward, these spoiled top-class farms will all be demolished, and I'll centralize all of them in the new Lambda style. Yeah, the style that drove Vince and his friends essentially to madness. I won't let the children have dreams, hopes, their own wills, or futures. Rebels like you will never be born. It will be a peaceful paradise. Which is whole next level evil, seriously. I mean, that's seriously worse than even the mass-produced farms they have. And the worst part of all this is it's because of Emma, Ray, Norman, their whole plan, that he's able to do this. He's essentially become God. He's essentially become king of the demons. Because they took out the Queen and the Regents, because they destroyed the government, it created a power vacuum where he could come in and take all the power. Though thankfully he doesn't have all the power quite yet, as the system has a triple password lock that they can't figure out without Vincent's help. And you just gotta love Vincent laughing in the face of his imminent death. That's such an anime thing to do. It reminds me of Luffy on the gallows. I do love that while he's screaming at them to kill the enemies and not worry about him, he actually stops to turn around and apologize to Nigel for essentially getting him killed here. But Nigel's all good with it. I mean, seriously, this is the most badass way to die imaginable. I personally wouldn't mind going out this way myself. And we do get some good background on Vincent. I revered you as a god. I was too dependent on you. The stronger you were, the stronger I felt. But I was scared too. Ultimately, I want to guide you to victory as a friend. That is what I want. Keep going. Norman! And then he gets shot. And there is quite a bit of blood here. I mean, it does seem to be like he hit him in the shoulder, but at the same time, it could have been his heart. And there's definitely a lot of debate online about whether or not he's dead. I mean, a lot of people are saying, well, why wouldn't he just go for the headshots? Well, Vincent was one of the Lambda specialties, one of the best ones that came out of it. So I'm assuming Petey wants his brain to dissect, essentially. So shot to heart would make the most amount of sense here. And then Petey seems to look sad. Like, really, really sad. I'm sick of all this. Why don't any of you understand? Why do you all disobey me? And then he gets next level crazy. I'm your creator. I'm your dad. If there were no farms, if the Ratchet clan wasn't around, you wouldn't have been born. You were fed well, raised, and provided for. Yet you rose against the farms, escaped, and now you come back to destroy us? How foolish and disrespectful. I'm sick of this rebelliousness! Those eyes, they piss me off. Why don't you admit defeat? It's fine, you're all just defects anyway. Kill them all! So yeah, like I said, whole next level of craziness right here. Viewing himself as their father, as the ones that created them, that's certainly an interesting perspective to take. I mean, assume that his opinion was similar to the mercenary we saw before. They were lower life forms who shouldn't have free will, who shouldn't have dreams or anything like that because they're only food. But no, it's whole next level crazy. He believes that they shouldn't go against him because they only exist because of him. So yeah, that's one really entitled parent there, and essentially next, and he's just, I really don't have the words to describe how crazy this man is. He's just so arrogant that he thinks that because he played a role in their creation, he gets to decide how they live their lives and whether or not they live or die. And then at this point, he realizes that his bodyguards have been taken out, and there's a gun to his head. As Oliver says, "You're not our father." What's concerning here is that even with 4 guns pointed at him, he doesn't actually look scared or nervous. He looks irked, irritated, not even angry. Not even as angry as he was when he was screaming at them, just mildly irritated, like this is a minor inconvenience to him, and that's absolutely terrifying. I mean, I don't know exactly what he has planned here, but we still have all the moms and the sisters, and freaking Isabella, who hasn't really made an appearance yet. I have no idea what her plan is, or where she is, if she's planning on betraying, if she's planning on going against him, or I mean, heck, why hasn't Oliver just shot him by this point? I mean, I could definitely see it being argued they need him alive to activate the elevator to the human world, or to take full control over the demons. Like, the demons won't kill any of the humans if PD's life's in danger. He is a protected class, essentially. Keeping him alive is one of the highest priorities, especially now that he's basically in charge of the entire government. Maybe they can use him to stop the execution of Shonja and Musica. Like they can send out a transmission saying, "Hey, listen up. Don't kill Shonja and Musica. I need the evil blood for our Lambda experiments," or something like that. I'm honestly not sure. But just by how overconfident he seems right now, I'm going to say that not killing him is a very, very bad idea. So yeah, let me think about all this down below. Should they kill PD? What are they planning on using him for? I mean, how exactly did all of the kids manage to take out the armed gunmen around them and track down PD? I mean, that could have been the work of Isabella, maybe the moms and sisters who have rebelled against Gracefield and the farm. Maybe they've switched sides and that's how they will take him out. So that'd definitely be an interesting reveal at the start of next chapter, but I'm just not sure about that. Oh, also, is Vincent dead? I mean, there was a lot of blood when he was shot, and PD was immediately going to go to, alright, let's kill everyone else plan, so be a little weird they left him alive. At the same time, he knows the password they need to get back into the system, so maybe he's still alive. Hard to say. But yeah, let me think all down below. Be sure to like and subscribe to the next video, and until then,
peace.